Hey guys, it's Ashley, and today we are going to be talking about small creators. Now there has been this thing going around BookTube called Small Creator Sunday. Technically, the day that I'm uploading this is probably not Sunday, but it doesn't really matter because you can kind of celebrate this at any point of the week, so that's what I'm here for. So I thought to start this video, I would just tell you why I'm doing this and what has been happening in the community if you are not already aware. So as for why I'm doing this, I have wanted to do this for a really long time. I've just wanted to give a few small creators and Etsy shops some shout outs and recommend you guys some new creators that you should be following and or buying from because I really personally like them and I figured that you guys would too. Small creators don't get a whole lot of recognition for what they do. They are doing exactly what I'm doing now. They're putting themselves out here and they're working hard to go for it, and so that's why I wanted to go ahead and recommend some that I think that you guys should be following. Now, the story behind why this is going up right now is because of something that YouTube has decided to implement in the new year. Not everybody's a fan of. Basically, nobody is a fan of, unless you are, of course, a really popular YouTuber who this doesn't affect. So according to YouTube recently, they have decided that they were going to implement a certain quota onto their creators who, if these people could not meet this quota, they can no longer be a part of the YouTube Partner Program. And this will include things such as being able to monetize your videos and, you know, having access to, I think it's like the end cards, and being able to do different things and use different features to just make your videos better. So basically, if smaller channels don't have either 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours of watch time within 12 months by February 20th of this year, they will be cut off from the YouTube Partner Program until they meet that quota, and that's just not a good thing. It's just kind of disheartening because it's just going to make so many smaller creators not want to publish their work anymore, and it kind of sucks because you guys should. You should want to be able to put your work out there and have people watch it and enjoy what you do, and it's just gonna be harder now. And I'm really, really sorry about that. But I wanted to try to help a little bit. So today I am going to recommend you guys some smaller channels as well as some Etsy shops that I really like that I think you guys should be following and looking at. They put a lot of work into their art, a lot of work into what they do. They're very passionate about it, and I just think you guys should watch them and check them out. So without further ado, let's get started. First, let's talk about some of the booktubers that I have been following for a really long time and think that you guys should too. So first up is G Swizz from G Swizzle Books. Now, she is one that I have been following since I started my channel. I've been talking to her since I was smaller. It's just incredible how long she's been on here, and she's just a really, really awesome, funny person. She's really into Marvel, and her videos are constantly being put up, so highly, highly recommend checking her out. She's super sweet. Next I have Jay from JG, or The Awkward Bookworm. I'm pretty sure her channel name says JG, but her banner says The Awkward Bookworm, and I think that's what she goes by, so either way you should be able to pull her up. Somehow she has found the time to watch every single video that people upload and comment on it at the same time. I don't think that I've posted a video that she hasn't commented on. I don't think that I've clicked on a video that she hasn't already commented on. So it's insane how active she is in this community, and I just highly, highly recommend. She's super funny and sweet, especially when I talk to her on Twitter. She's awesome, and she posts constantly. Like, she is constantly uploading to YouTube, so I definitely recommend checking her out. She's really, really close to hitting the quota too, so if you want to just play some of her videos on a loop, or any of these people's videos on a loop, to be honest. Next up, I have Nina from Demigods Are Dauntless. She is another one who I think has been on YouTube about as long as I have. I just remember seeing her channel for a really long time, so I don't know if she has been as long as I have, or maybe a little bit I don't know, but anyways, she's awesome. For some reason, I don't know what it is about her thumbnails. Like, this has nothing to do with her actual video, but her thumbnails just make me want to click on the video, and I don't know why. Also, she's really good at speaking. She's just really nice, has a great aesthetic to her videos. Also, her eyebrows are great, so highly recommend. Next up is Dylan from Dylan the Reader 5. He is somebody who I actually have, I think, been following on Twitter longer than I have his channel, but regardless, still follow both. He is super funny on Twitter and has the best comebacks to everything, especially because I'm really bad at comebacks, so I just think that his are always great. But like I said, he's super funny. He reads so much. I think I remember seeing somewhere that he said that the average amount of books that he reads, at least in January, would have been like 16, and I'm like, I can't even read 3. Also, he's super into diverse books. He's constantly looking for recommendations and giving recommendations. Also, do yourself a favor and follow him on Twitter because he's just really funny. Next person I have to talk to you guys about is Jen from Book Syrup. She is somebody who I have also been following for a really long time, and I actually met her for the first time at BookCon this past year. Jen, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that I would have walked right past you if you hadn't called out to me as we were passing each other. For some reason, I just couldn't like put your face to your channel in person. It was very weird. I have a weird thing about remembering faces and names, and it was still really great to meet you, and she's really awesome. Again, she's another one who reads diverse books constantly. She's always looking for diverse book recommendations as well. She is of Middle Eastern descent, and she always likes to find books that kind of circle around that, and she's just a really great resource for anything diverse. Next up, I have Sandy from Sandy Reads a Lot. She is another booktuber who I have met for the first time this past BookCon. She was hanging around with everybody that I was hanging around, and we started talking. She's really sweet, really nice. Her thumbnails are really clean. Like, I have a problem making mine not busy, like with all my books in the background and the words and the books I'm holding up, and she has cracked the code to be able to make very like clean thumbnails, crisp thumbnails, and I can't do that yet. And now I want to talk about some of the booktubers that I have just found recently. I actually posted on Twitter for you guys to give me some booktuber recommendations, that way I could make this video, and through that I actually found a ton more booktubers that I'm super interested in, and I really hope that you guys will check out. So let's start on them now. First up, I have Hannah from The Rainy Reader. Hannah is really sweet, and I just found her channel, like I said. I recommend watching, which I actually haven't watched yet, but I'm looking forward to in the future, her video where her husband picks out the books that she's going to read for her in the bookstore, and then she also has a video where she reacts to the books that he picked out, and it sounds really fun and interesting, and I'm super excited to jump into it. Next, I have Katie from Katie's BookTube. She just has a really great aesthetic. I just really like watching her videos just because they're so like bright and beautiful, and I don't know another way to put it, but it's just great, and I just like just staring at the video because it's just, the aesthetic is just great. She's really great quality videos for somebody who's just starting out, and I really appreciate that. And beyond that, she's into fantasy, which I only found out because I watched her book haul where she hauled a bunch of fantasy and dark fantasy books, which I've also left in the playlist that I've made that I'll link down below. I have a video from each person who commented on that Twitter thread put into a playlist if you want to put it on a loop and just play it while you're not doing anything to give these people more hours of watch time. It'll be left down below too, but back on track, Katie's BookTube. Definitely check her out. Next, I have Bex from Bex and Books, and that is Bex with an X and Books with an X instead of an S. I only recently met Bex because we are both currently in the quarterly book club that a bunch of booktubers as well as myself are taking part in. She's really sweet from what I've spoken to her, and I really love watching her videos and her energy, so I definitely recommend you checking her out. Next up, from newer creators I found, I have Becca and Mike from Books and Looks. They are so freaking adorable. I love it when couples make booktube channels, and they are just great. Personally, for me, what gets me is their banner with their little animated selves, and then their intro with the little animated selves, and then the thing drops down, and then she's standing on the books, and he's tall, and it's great. I love it. I love it so much. They also have a small booktuber recommendations Sunday, whatever you want to call it, video that I have put in the playlist that I'm linking down below as well if you want to check that out. And the last booktuber I want to give a small shout out to is Anisha from Sprinkled Pages. I just hit my light, ignore that. Like I said, with the rest of these channels, I've recently found her, and again, her aesthetic is great. She's really great at speaking. I just like watching her videos because they're just very nice to look at, and I like it. I like when people's videos are nice to look at, but at the same time I also like what people are saying in their videos. I'm not just in it for the aesthetic, guys. Though the aesthetic is what first captures me, and then I get into what they're saying. But regardless, every single one of these booktubers really works their hardest to make their channels the best that they can be, and I just highly recommend you checking them out, or at least just playing their videos occasionally just so that you can give them the watch time. A lot of them have already hit the 1,000 subscriber quota, a few of them have not, but regardless, it's the watch time that is going to get all of them in the end, so I definitely recommend just playing it on a loop. And before I really end this video, I do want to give a few small Etsy shop shout outs because I really appreciate the work work that they do as well, what they put into their work. They're not putting their faces on the internet, but at the same time, they're selling you a product that they really believe in and are passionate about, and I really want to be able to help them drive their business forward. Plus, I really love shopping on Etsy, so can't complain there. The first person that I want to give a small shout out to is actually my friend Hannah. She works with me at Anthropology, and she has an Etsy shop I did not know about until recently. It's called Cinnamon Roll Designs, and she basically does commissions for people. She does digital art commissions. You know, you'll purchase the commission on her website, you'll pay her, she'll ask you what you want, you can tell her, and she'll draw it for you. It's really that simple. And she's really, really, really a great artist. I'll put up some of her images that she's made here. And she's actually working on something really, really special for me. You guys will probably see it as soon as I put it up. Hint, it's a new banner. In the meantime, just know that she's working really hard and I really, really appreciate her doing this for me. She actually gave me a little coupon code, so if you're interested in anything in her shop, you can use Ashley20 and get 20% off. Next up, I have a small BookTubers Etsy shop, and that is BookKoozie. So it's B-O-O-K-O-O-Z-I-E. BookKoozie. Which is really, really cute. This shop is actually run by Taylor from Bookaflix Taylor, if you watch her channel. She's also a small booktuber I recommend because she's been here for a while as well. It's kind of like book bows for your books. They're like little covers that you can put on your book while you're traveling so the book doesn't get damaged. They're super cute and she has so many prints and I highly recommend checking her out. Beyond these few Etsy shops, I have gotten recommendations for Novelty Company, That Bookie, Flick the Wick, Ink and Wonder, all of these different places that you can find. They have really, really lovely Instagrams. I'll leave some of them down below. I got recommendations for Etsy shops for clothing, for Depop shops for clothing, for all these different things. They will all be in the Twitter thread that I am linking down below as well. I really apologize that I can't shout out everybody who sent me something, but I just do not have the time for that and I don't want to make this video so super long. I might do a part 2 to this actually, so stay tuned for that possibly. But for now, that is going to be it for today. Like I said a million times in this video, please just check these people out. If you're at all interested, subscribe, watch their videos. Even if you're not, just add them to a playlist, watch my playlist, put it on a loop, give them the watch time, you know. Just support them in any way that you can, because these small creators, you know, they work their hardest to put their stuff out there, and they're not gonna be getting half the features and the help that we got when I was just starting or when anybody else was just starting to continue to grow their channels. So just definitely recommend showing them some support. What I really want to drive home with this video is that it does not matter if you're small or if you're big. You all have a part in this community regardless of what YouTube seems to think. Regardless of how big or how small or how much of an impact you have, you are all valuable and you all matter. So please do not for any reason stop making your content, stop posting your videos, stop making your products. Just keep going and keep pushing and you will get somewhere, I promise you. So everything that I've mentioned today will be left down below. Please go check out that description box because it has very valuable links and you would not want to miss that. But other than everything that I've just said in this video, that's going to be it. So thank you guys so much for watching and I'll catch you later. Goodbye!